fix it. Hurry up.
Something's gonna happen.
Hey, quit rocking the boat. Oh. Hey, cut it out. I'm gonna fall overboard.
Yeah? Here's a life preserver.
Ow!
Yeah, it happened.
Hey!
Hey, fellas, here comes Muggsy. Hey, where you been?
Hi,
Muggs.
We've been waiting for you
all
morning.
morning.
Yeah,
been
around.
I've just been around.
Sure.
Hey, Muggs. Come on up here. How about you doing a little work? Grab a brush and come on up.
Stop spending your old man's relief money and get to work.
Yeah, works for suckers. That lets me out.
That's what I've been telling them at the office.
I'm gonna do big things, see? You heard of John D., didn't you? Him and me is just like that. That's me. 6 months from now, that's me.
Boy, you sure do get around.
Hey, you seen a postman yet?
Nah. You expecting a letter?
What's it to you?
Nothing. I was just wondering who's going to read it to you.
Very witty. Very witty. Hey, you got a letter from Muggs Maloney? Come on, I asked you something.
Say, listen, if there was anything for you, I'd leave it at your house.
Not this letter, it's going to the club address. Come on, you're only a certain of the people. I pay my taxes. Look through that bag.
There's nothing today.
Nothing today, nothing today. That's what I've been hearing every day. I'm getting tired of it. The letter's got to be there. It's a plot, that's what it is. I'll drag you and Uncle Sam and both of you I'll drag you to the Supreme Court. Nothing today, nothing.
Get a load of that, fellas. Looks like hard-boiled Muggsy's got a girl. Bet you them letters smell of perfume.
Hey, Muggsy, who is she? Do we know her?
Darn, Redden. It's tough. I know. I was in love a couple of times myself.
Yeah, dummy up with that dribble.
Wait a minute, Muggs. I was only kidding. Hey, wait a minute, Muggs. I didn't mean nothing when I said you had a girl. After all, a guy's got a right to...
It ain't that, Danny.
You sure acting funny. Come on, spill it. Tell me what it's all about.
How would you feel if all your chances was ruined?
Chances of what?
Chances of being a jockey.
A what?
A jockey. You know a guy what steers horses?
What are you gonna do, take riding lessons by mail? Step right up, folks. Learn to be a jockey in 10 easy lessons. They laughed when he sat down. They laughed harder when he fell down.
All right, go on, laugh. Laugh, that's all right. But I'm gonna be a jockey. Even if he didn't write to me.
He? Who?
Just a guy. What do you care? You ain't taking me serious.
Well, why should I? I seen pictures of jockeys in the movies, you know? They ride horses. The only horses you ever seen was on a Coney Island merry-go-round.
Well, I'm gonna see real horses, and I'm gonna ride them, too.
Yeah? How come?
Well, you remember that kid, Sullivan, that little guy used to live on our street?
Yeah?
Well, he goes away, see? Comes back dressed up like $1 million, takes his mother to a swell home out in California.
Yeah, I seen him. You mean he's a jockey?
Jockey Sullivan he is now.
Do those guys make that kind of dough?
Sure, and they get to see the whole country, too. People treat them like they were somebody.
Boy, I'd sure like to live like that.
Well, I'm gonna, see? Jimmy, Jockey's gonna get me a job at the track.
Is that what the letter was about?
Gonna stop me over at Pominock in Long Island.
That windbag.
There you go. First you worm it out of me, and then you run it down.
Now, wait a minute, Muggs. You got me wrong. I ain't like that.
I'm all ears.
Well, what I meant is that... Hey, you know, guys, I got an idea.
Yeah, does it hurt much?
Be quiet.
Are we gonna stand around and let a gold digger make a sucker out of Muggsy?
No.
All right, then. We'll wait for that letter and not let Muggs get it.
No.
Then we'll write him ourselves and bust the whole thing up.
Hey, we can't write like no girl.
I'll get my old lady to write what I tell her.
Yeah, but we don't know her, much less her name. How we gonna write for her?
Hey, that's a cinch. All we gotta write is, Dear Muggs, I don't love you no more.
Yeah, what's the matter with that?
Yeah, but how you gonna sign it?
Well, we'll sign it. You know who?
Yeah, we can write it on pink paper.
Purple.
Pink paper.
Who's writing this letter? Purple.
Pink paper.
Purple.
Hey, wait a minute.
Purple.
Hey, look out, any kind of paper. Just write the letter. Wait a minute.
Pink paper. Pink paper. Pink paper. Pink.
Cut it out, will you?
Pink
Wait a
paper.
minute. What I can't get through my head is how you gonna be a jockey when you never been on a horse.
Get a job around the stables. Stable boys, they call them.
Stable boys? Boy, you're gonna take a lot of punishment before you're a jockey.
What do I care? It'll give me a start, won't it?
Why'd you forget it, Muggs? We can do a lot of other things.
Get nothing. Well, you see, one of these days I'm gonna be a jockey, and you guys are gonna pay a good dough to see me ride. And when I come bouncing down that home stretch with a winner, you're gonna be cheering for me. You're gonna be yelling, "Come on, Muggs, come on!"
Don't let him back down.
Don't let him back down, Muggsy.
Come on, man in there.
Come on, Aunt Muggsy. I
I never seen anything like it, folks. What a jockey. How that boy can ride. He's a half a length in front as they're going around that old corner, folks.
It ain't a corner, it's a turn.
Corner, turn, what's the difference? Ride that nag. I got 2 clankers on him. They're coming into the stretch, folks. It's terrific. Muggsy's out in front by 1 length, 2 lengths, 3 lengths, and at the finish, it's Muggsy a winner by 4 lengths. Yeah! What a race, folks. What a horse. What a jockey. And now, while that famous movie star, Miss Gloria Snodgrass, is crowning the winner, we'll take you down and let this great jockey say a few words to you all. Say a few words, will you?
I want a picture with a newsreel.
Yeah, not without Hopper, though.
Put your arms around his neck.
boy.
Stand back, please.
Come on, boy. That's enough, Victor. All right, now say a few words to the folks in Kentucky, will you?
Okay.
That's it. Speak right up. That's it. Don't be afraid. Thank you very much. That was Muggs Malone.
Say, man, you done beat the clock and broke the record.
Yeah, what was his time?
I was, huh?
Very nice, boys. I'm proud of you. Do you mind telling me what's going on?
We was just doing you a favor. Yeah, we were painting.
So I see. Well, just wait till those painters catch up with you.
It's our club, ain't it?
Yeah, we got a right to help.
You've got no right to make such a mess.
Yeah, it is pretty awful.
Awful, listen to him.
Tell me, how could you do so much damage just painting?
Well, we was having a horse race. Hey, you know Muggs is gonna be a jockey.
Yeah, I know. Well, you better race out of here before those painters skin you alive.
Where we go?
Jockey yourselves over to your old stable hangout. That'll get your horsey enough.
Stable. That's it, stable. Atmosphere, just what I've been looking for, atmosphere.
If I'm gang, let's go.
You better go with them, Algy, and keep your eye on them.
All right, if you say so, Knuckles. So this is the stable hangout you fellas have been telling me about. Not bad.
Can you imagine that? We used to think this place was really the...
Yeah, before we got the club, we had no other place to go.
I wish they'd hurry up with the club. This place gives me the creeps.
Ah, that's Border Kings. It's in the air. I love it.
Now look here, Colonel Bedley, sir. You can't run my derby winner in the big race unless my favorite jockey's riding.
But Commodore, who is this boy Muggs? I never heard of him.
What's that, sir? You mean you ain't never heard of the Kentucky Streaker Lightning, the fastest rider in the Deep South, the great Muggs Maloney?
But Commodore, this is the North. We got the fastest riders in the world up here. Besides, I got a lot of lettuce invested in that race. Keep your country gallopers down south.
Just a minute, sir. You can't stand there and insult the name and the honor of the Old South. I'll meet you at the battlefield at dawn. Bring your own weapons. Take that, sir, and that too.
I'll lay off, Danny, will you? Besides, it hurts.
No dad-burn Yankee's gonna dirty the name of the greatest Dixie rider of the bluegrass ponies.
Hey, cut it out, you're boring me. What do you guys know about horse racing?
I seen him once. In a newsreel.
Well, they don't call horses ponies.
No? My uncle's a bookie, ain't he? Well, he calls them ponies.
Well, he's all wet, see? They call them geldings and fillies and maybe stuff like that.
Come on, Phillies is a baseball team.
Yeah, that's right.
Certainly, they're a baseball team.
Anybody knows that.
Well, it's horses, too.
How can a horse play baseball?
Hush your mouth, boy. Go saddle my filly and bring him out here.
Very good, sir. Right away, sir. That's family manners.
There's a gap. Let's go through. You know, I'm getting sick of this playing. What I need is a real horse.
Why, sir, you got the finest horse in all of Kentucky. Come on, honey, step out and give him a real ride. Get out there, honey. Hey, don't do that. Oh, whoa, boy. Oh, let me out of here. Oh, let me out of here. Get out of my way. Pete, get moving. Pete, now get moving. Get moving. Oh, whoa, boy.
Oh, whoa, what was that?
Baby! Baby! Stop it! Stop it! Whoa! Whoa! Now, honey, that's it. Whoa, baby. That's it, my. I didn't taught you how not to get excited over every little thing, huh? Oh, I'll slave my poor life away for you. That's a nice baby. That's nice. That's quiet. That's it. Quiet. Oh.
Hey, where did he come from?
Is that a real horse?
Sure enough, yes, sir.
A horse. A live horse.
Ever rode before, boy? Did a mighty swell job of it, sir.
I don't think so. Didn't he fall off?
Well, he mounts to go a thoroughbred bareback.
A real thoroughbred?
Yes, sir. And he's the greatest horses in this country.
Yeah? Where'd you steal?
What's he doing in a place
What are you
like
doing?
What are
that?
you doing with a
kid.
real thoroughbred?
Excuse me, gentlemen, but I didn't mean no harm. We just didn't have no other place to go. I just couldn't stand my poor little horse standing out in the cold. Oh, the blanket.
Wait a minute, I'll get it.
Thank you, sir.
You don't have to be scared.
You ain't gonna tell nobody we here?
What do you think we are, a bunch of stool pigeons?
Say, listen, where you from?
Kentucky.
Kentucky? Say, my pappy was from Kentucky.
Sure enough.
Yes, sir.
Well-
Just outside of Louisville.
Can you imagine that? I was born up in Frankfort County on the old Preston plantation.
Yeah.
I mean, Blue Knight.
That sure enough is a pretty name.
Oh, yeah, and the whole world's gonna know about that name for long.
Yeah, look at how come you stuck here in New York?
Well, I tell you, that's a long story, boy. Let me kick my honey right back into the stall and get a little bite to eat, and I'll come back and start telling you.
No, wait a minute. Let's all eat. Ain't you hungry?
Yes, sir.
I'll get some spuds.
That's a good idea.
I think I'll visit Louis the Vegetable Man. Come on, gang, let's go.
Get the blanket.
Oh,
The blanket.
thank you, sir. Come on now, baby. Come on now. Won't give you a little something to eat. Put the blanket on, get you nice and warm. That's it.
Boy, I rode on a horse. A thoroughbred, no less. But I ain't squawking.
When Mr. Preston was taken so sick, he called me one day and he gave me a funny little coat. Said that's the only way he could pay me because he done lost all his money. Well, I brung up my honey and I saved a little money so I could come up east.
Did you lose it? Is that why you had to come in here?
No, my honey child took a cough. Then I spent all my savings on medicine. Got sick and tired and wore out riding around in that truck. Truck gave out of gas, so I just snuck in here till I could figure out something.
Well, why didn't you make Blue Knight pull the truck?
Son, I'd rather starve than make my honey child pull a truck.
Racehorses ain't made for that kind of stuff. I'm surprised at you, Danny.
How should I know? Go on, Ben.
Well, it ain't much more to tell.
I'm gonna take a look at Blue Knight now.
Yeah. You know, I'll never will forget the morning that we pulled out Kentucky. And Blue Knight looked up the road and knew she was headed east to be a champion.
They're not all right, I told you, Louise. If they were, they'd have gone home to eat.
Oh, but we'll be late for the show.
I can't help it. Taking care of these kids is part of my job. Their folks are worried to death about them.
Oh, I'm sure they're all right, Knuckles. They've been so good since Algy's father and those other men gave them the club.
Well, I'm going to look around. Uh-oh, what's this? I thought so. Kentucky license plate. Come on.
Somebody's coming.
Who's that?
Put that by out. Wait a minute, fellas. I think it's...
Danny, are you in here?
It is. It's Knuckles. It's okay. You don't have to worry.
What in the world have you
Hiya,
kids
Knuckles.
been
Yeah, I
up?
was hoping you'd get here. What a surprise. Wait till you see it.
I saw it. Where'd you swipe it?
Swipe what? What are you talking about?
That truck in the alley.
Oh, that. That ain't ours. That's Blue Knight's.
Blue Knights.
Yeah. That's a horse. A racehorse.
It must be the machine age we're living in. Trucks are driven and owned by horses now.
All right, Danny, stop stalling. What have you kids been up to?
Nothing. Come on. I'll show it to you. Come on, store.
Just a minute, laddie. Now that you've found your youthful charges and can send them home, how about that movie?
Listen, this is better than any show in town. Honest it is, Knuckles. Come on.
We've got plenty of time, Louise. Let's see what this is all about.
Please don't punish them kids, mister. They're just trying to help a poor old man. I'll make it up for you someday, sir.
All right, Ben, but I've still got plenty of squaring to do.
This is all very interesting, but remember,
We were going to a movie.
Oh.
All right, honey, you win. You know, it's too bad you can't race Blue Knight. I don't know any more about racing than the kids do, but he sure looks like a good one.
Good. Well, we be champions of the world. We can only get a chance.
We just gotta help, Knuckles. There must be something we can do.
Well, I don't know what it would be, kid.
How much would it cost to get Blue Knight to the track and train him for the race?
Well, I got most of my equipment, but with stables and other fees, I couldn't get him to the post for less than $100.
Well, that's a lot of money.
You sure is, ma'am, when you got to dig it up.
I'd sure like to see this horse run. Maybe we could help Ben raise the dough. He'd pay us back out of the horse's first winnings.
I do more than that. I give 25% of all his winnings to anybody can help us right now.
25%?
Mm-hmm.
Say, that must be worth working for. Well, we could get a hold of... Why, we could sell papers.
And shine shoes.
And polish cars.
And wash windows.
And sell potatoes.
I was just listening.
Well, that's a swell idea, boys, but the Palmanock meet would be ancient history by the time you get $100 at that rate.
Yeah, I guess it would. Let me see. There must be some way we could get a hold... I got an idea, Knuckles. That money you've been saving up. How much you got?
Oh, I don't know, about 100 and... Hey, wait a minute. What's on your mind?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about how long it took you to save it, and how Louise is always saying that you gotta have 500 before you get together. Well, I just thought you might be able to get together a lot sooner if...
You mean if I made it work for me? Hey, I never thought of that.
Yes, and you're not thinking of it. You've saved that money for a definite purpose, and it's staying in the bank.
But, Louise, 25%. Think how much that'd be. Think how much some horses like Seabiscuit have won.
I am thinking of it. Not all of those horses won their first race. Suppose this one should lose. What then?
Ben, you know what it's all about. You talk to her.
No, I ain't gonna get no argument between two such nice people. When Miss Louise says there's always a chance to lose, she's right.
I know I'm right.
How much did Seabiscuit make, Ben?
Oh, about $500,000 or so.
$500,000?
Mm-hmm.
$500,000. Let's see. There's Muggs, Pee-wee, Scruno, Algy, Knuckles, and me. $500,000 times 25 minus 500,000. I can't even count that high. We're rich.
Yeah, but what about the first 100? Hmm?
Hey, Scott. Hey, it's your old man.
Won't do any good.
What do you mean it won't do no good? Oh, just this once. You can handle him.
All right, I'll ask him.
Oh, it's you, Algy. Where's your mother?
Mother? Oh, Mother's writing letters.
In the study?
Mm-hmm. Dodgers are coming right along, aren't they, Dad?
Shh, Algy, please.
Was Ebbetsfield crowded on Friday?
Why, I don't know. I had a directors' meeting.
Directing plays from behind third base, huh?
Where'd you get those?
Oh, Mother asked me to empty a brown suit.
Well, thank heaven she didn't do it herself.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Particularly when I found this. $10 on Lady Luck. Too bad, Dad. She finished a poor fifth.
Destroy that ticket, Algernon. Suppose
I
your
wish
mother...
you'd take me to the track sometime.
Silence! You know what your mother thinks about sporting events.
Yeah, but I still wish...
But she'd divorce me if I took you to see a horse race.
Oh, but I don't want to see a race. Just one horse.
What horse?
Blue Knight.
Never heard of him.
No, of course not, but he's a champion. Or going to be someday. He comes straight from Kentucky. Boy, what a horse.
I didn't hear all that, Algy.
Well, Danny and the gang have a thoroughbred.
Aha! I'd have known that gang of East Side kids was mixed up in this. Why don't you choose your companions from your own set? Oh, I know that I built them a clubhouse so they could rehabilitate themselves. But until they're good citizens, I don't want you to associate with them. What'd you say about this horse?
The boys own 25% of them, and if he's properly trained, he's a sure winner. Now, all we need is $100.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'd soon be broke if I backed every horse somebody tried to sell me on.
But you needn't give me any allowance for 6 months.
No.
No?
No!
Oh.
Horse races have been the ruination of many a man, Algy.
Who'd you say won the 8th race at Jamaica?
Please, Algy, Mother will hear you. Here. Just a moment, There you are. Now, I hope you're satisfied.
Gee, thanks a lot.
Algy!
Yes, sir?
Come here. Don't forget to tip me off on that horse runs, will you?
Gee, Dad, you're swell.
I wish I was as little as Muggs. I'd show him how to ride.
What do you know about racing?
Quiet, you guys. You know what Ben said.
Now, Mr. Muggs, you got to remember some of the things I told you. You remember about the rain? Now you got to get on from this side.
Right side, left side, what's the matter? You get a ticket?
Listen, you try getting on over on that side, and you'll find yourself bouncing right on the ground.
All right. Have it your way.
Now, there's no use you getting riled up, Mr. Muggs. All I'm doing is what I promised to do, to teach you the technical of how to ride my honey. And win with him.
I'll do it, Ben. You just wait till you see him and me come breezing down that home stretch.
Well,
Boy, I'll
wait,
give him that...
Wait a minute. Right now, all I want you to do is to get right on up, then get right off. Then get right on up, then get right off. Then do that right over again. That's all I want.
That man is repeating himself. Up and off, off and up, off and off. What kind of race talk is that?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Come on, pick up your feet. Faster!
Wait a minute. Where do you come up with all this force and stuff? I thought Ben's the one that's supposed to be teaching me this jockey business.
Yeah, he's learning how to ride, but I'm training you, see? I'm getting in shape. Ain't I, Ben?
That's right, Mr. Muggs. Can't ride unless you're in shape.
I thought the horses were supposed to do all the running. All the jockeys I have are no road.
Yeah, you gotta take off weight, and road work's part of it.
That's for fighters.
And for jockeys, too. Now, come on, get going.
All right, all right.
You're not gonna be in shape to ride a merry-go-round pony.
Hey, look, there's Jimmy Sullivan.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure a swell kid, Danny. I'd like you to meet him. Sure wish I got those letters he said he was gonna write.
Maybe he broke his arm.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy!
You paging me?
See that, Danny? Just like I told you, he's always clowning. I would answer those letters you wrote, Jimmy, but I never got none of them.
I don't write letters. I just sign autographs.
And you caught? Hey, you mean you really don't remember me? I'm Muggs Maloney, the kid you said you were gonna write to.
Oh, I remember. You're that kid from, where is it?
Vesey Street, that's right.
I suppose you're down here with some charity bunch. What is it, a settlement house picnic?
Why, for 2 cents, I'll
Hold it,
punch you
Danny.
right in the nose.
So long, Mug. See me in a newsreel.
Well,
Forget it, will you? Maybe you just don't feel so good.
don't feel so good. You know what he looks like to me, don't you?
What?
He don't look like the front end of a horse.
Can you picture that? I run 5 miles, eat like a baby, get my skin torn up, and I rub down and I gain a pound.
That beats me. 1 pound, eh?
Are you sure you ain't snitching eats on the side?
Snitching eats, what do you think, I'm a cheat?
I could tell you better if I had an x-ray machine. Come on, we're gonna time you this morning. Let him out! Let him out! Come on! Give it to him!
Muggs, let him out. Let him out.
Ride him.
Come on, man, go in there. Come on, give it to him. That's it. Ride him, come on, Mug, come on. Oh, man, I sure would like to ride that horse.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Muggs,
Hey, yeah, how about it, baby, huh?
that was sure slow time, wasn't it? It looked to me like Muggs was afraid to run him out.
Oh, every time a horse runs, Danny, he don't go for speed. Horses got to work out like humans. Mr. Muggs knows what he's doing. Don't worry about him. All right, son, we'll try another, huh? Come on. I got shoes, and you got shoes. All of those children's got shoes. When I get to heaven, I'm gonna put on them shoes. I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven, oh, everybody talking. You like that song, don't you, huh? You know, I've been singing that song to champions for years. And every time I sing it, they wins. If tonight you're gonna win, you can't lose, huh? Do you like that song? Heaven, heaven, oh, everybody talking about a heaven ain't going there. Heaven, heaven, I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. I got a robe, you got a robe, all of God's children's got a robe. Well, when I get to heaven, I'm gonna put on that robe. I'm gonna wear it all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven, oh, everybody talking about heaven ain't going there. Heaven, heaven, I'm gonna wear it all over God's heaven. I got shoes, you got shoes, all the God's children got shoes. When I get to heaven, I'm gonna put on them shoes. I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven, oh, everybody talking about heaven ain't going there. Heaven, heaven, I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. I got shoes, you got shoes, all the God's children got shoes. When I get to heaven, I'm gonna put on the shoes. I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven, oh, everybody talking about heaven ain't going there. Heaven, heaven, I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Oh, I got shoes, you got shoes, all the God's children got shoes. Well, when I get to heaven, I'm gonna put on the shoes. I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven, oh, everybody talking about heaven ain't going there. Heaven, heaven, I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Oh, look at that boy go.
Yeah, man, come on, let's do it again.
Well, baby, This is the big day I've been telling you about. You got to bring home the bacon for all of us. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what. You reckon you better change your mind to pork chops. I love pork chops. Nice and brown and juicy, yeah. Something makes a man forget all his troubles. What? You got troubles too? Yeah, maybe you're gonna have to win this race without even being rode. You gotta win it all by yourself.
Hi, Ben. How's Blue Knight?
Oh, fit as silk. Fitter than that. Oh.
Sure looks great. Yes, sir. Hey, what's eating him?
Well, I don't know. He just walking up and down like got pins and needles in his feet. Well, everything's fine. Oh, fine shape, man.
I thought you were supposed to be a rider, not a marathon walker.
Huh. Just limbering up a little, that's all. Where's the gang?
Getting their eyes full.
Hey, you better save some of that gave him for the race. A Blue Knight, the ride of his life.
Do you still think you can win?
I'm a cinch.
You look a little tired to me. You got circles under your eyes.
Is that what? Guy don't have to win no beauty contest to ride in a horse race, does he? What do you want me to do? Get all prettied up like one of the movie stars? I'd scare a horse. Right now, will you? You're hurting.
What's the matter with him?
Boy, don't look so good to me.
Don't worry about him.
What's the matter, Ben? You...
Go on.
Now, wait a minute, don't go brushing me off now, 'cause you got a funny look in your face.
Oh, my face ain't no different today than it was yesterday.
You worried over Muggs.
Ain't nothing the matter with him. Muggs is gonna be all right. He's gonna bring Blue Knight in way ahead of that whole entire doggone field.
Your mouth ain't telling the same story that your eyes is. I know. I seen my pappy's eyes look like that once.
Yeah?
We was on a boat, and he wanted me to jump off into the river. He was trying to learn me swimming. So, tell me.
What are you talking about, swimming in rivers? This is a racetrack.
I was scared, and he knowed it, and a deep sorrow come in his eyes, just like you got in yours now.
Ain't nothing in my eyes but the sun.
Muggs is scared, that's it.
Say, hush your mouth. Don't you talk that way about Muggs. The boy's got plenty of gumption. Plenty of it. Listen. You see things them white boys don't see. But you button up your lip over those old cat.
I ain't gonna say nothing, Ben. I ain't talking honest, I ain't.
All right, then move along. Shake them legs, then.
Yes,
Got
sir.
plenty of work before post time.
Yes, sir, I'm going, Ben. I'm going.
Honey, it was a straight tip. The jockey himself gave it to me.
Well, we came out here to see Muggs win, not to waste any money at the betting windows.
But one little bet.
I know. You put that $2 in the bank with the rest of your money.
All right, you win. Well, I have a good thing in this next race, Morgan.
The next one, too, I hope.
The horses are nearing the starting gate.
Well, if this Blue Knight is as good as Algie says he is, we'll have a new champion on the American turf very shortly.
I'd sure like a chance to train you, Mr. Wilkes.
Why do you think I brought you down here?
They're off.
They're off.
JoJo is going to the front. Happy Harry is second. Guess who third? And her dad.
Hey, Muggsy, it's almost post time, ain't it?
That's right.
I'm betting on you.
What? Real dough?
Sure. Jakey, let me have $2 on my camera. I got a guy to bet it for me.
Okay, I got half that bet, win or lose.
Okay,
Hurry yourself. The man next day was already headed for the jockey room. Right up on his neck, just like I told you, huh?
Okay, Ben, thanks. Danny, see you later to collect.
You said it, collect. Come on, honey. We both going to collect. Come on, let's get going, baby.
Into the stretch. It's JoJo by a length. Happy Harry. It's JoJo by 2 lengths. Happy Harry is closing this JoJo.
Look at that. I told you it was a straight tip. I'd have $20 now.
Gambling's no way to get ahead, Knuckles. Suppose you had bet. Then you might get the betting fever.
Yeah, I know.
Besides, it makes me so happy every time I think of that 150 you've got in the bank.
Oh, yeah, the 150. Look, I think Muggs races next. I'd like to see him in the paddock.
Hey, there's Muggs. See him?
Hey, Muggs!
Shut up.
Did he weigh in all right?
Sure. Then I hope he makes home plate. So since you won't have to slide for it. Out up.
Yep. This is it, Muggsy. In there, boy.
Okay, man.
Ride him. Ride him on in.
Man, ain't that something? Muggs looks awful little, don't he? You ever see a 6-foot jockey?
Gee, I wish I was him.
Boy, so do I.
man, me too. I'd ride him home, boy. Yes, sir.
Well, it won't be long now, boys. Wait a minute. Yes to everything. Muggs will lead the field.
You don't have to do that, ma'am. Just be the first cross that line.
Hey, look, if we want to place the rail, we better hurry. Come on.
That's a good idea.
Horses are nearing the starting gate.
Do you really believe our horse will win, Schooner?
Yeah, man. With Muggs up, he can't lose.
Well, I certainly hope so.
It's a maiden race.
Hey, what's Blue Knight doing in there with a bunch of girls?
When they call a horse a maiden, Skinny, it means that, well, she or he has never won a race.
Oh, fooling.
Choose. We off today. All right, Muggsy. This is the day. Get in there, boy. And sit right down on that horse. Relax, because we've got to win today.
They're off to a good start. Monty's Gal. Come on, Riley. In the second, Topsy is third. It's Monty's Gal going to the front by a length. Topsy is second, a length. Little Jean is third. Burbank is fourth. The others back, and Blue Knight trails. Around the turn, Monty's Gal in front by a length.
Yeah, hang on, Muggsy. Go ahead. Yeah, I got shoes.
Third. The others are far back. Monty, Blue Knight trails.
Muggsy, come on! Ride him on! Come on, you boy! Get him in there, Muggsy! Come on! Oh, boy, not so fast. Please, Blue Knight. Whoa. Steady, boy.
Blue Knight seems to be making the
Sit
move.
in there, rock. Ride, brother, ride. Keep on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Turning for home.
Hey, boy!
Monty's Gal.
Come on, Blue Knight.
Bring him in. Little Jean is second.
What's on your back, Muggs? Come on! Slow down! Slow!
Come on. Come on, fella. You don't know what this means. Oh, mercy.
Coming down to the line of finish. It's Monty's Gal by 2 lengths. Little Jean a length. Third by the fourth. And Blue Knight trails.
Mercy. Oh.
It's incredible. I don't think Muggs even tried to ride.
100 smackers.
You bet on it?
Well, yes, Louise. You see, well, we were all so sure that he was going to win that
I understand. You took our money out of the bank and bet it.
But Miss Louise, you got swell odds.
Well, that's that. Goodbye.
well,
Hey, Louise.
Well, of all the amateur performances I ever saw, that horse is a holdover from a Civil War cavalry unit.
You're wrong, Mr. Wilkes. That's one of the finest racing thoroughbreds I've ever seen. But he isn't trained properly, and he wasn't ridden correctly.
Oh, you think you could make him a winner?
I know I can. I ran your stable for enough years. You know I never make mistakes.
Well, we'll come out here tomorrow, clock him, and see if the horse has anything.
Gosh, fella, I'm sorry. It wasn't your fault. We know that. But I sure let him down, didn't I? I let you down, too. They ought to get pasted. They gotta give me another chance. They just got it. I might as well ask for $1 million. They just ain't no way to get another chance. But I'm gonna try, Blue Knight. I'm really gonna try.
What I tell you, honey? That boy's got something. He's gonna come through years. I'm sure glad, Mr. Wilkes, you're gonna give this Blue Knight baby a chance to do some more running. I know what this horse can do. He'll make the rest of them horses look like they're standing still.
I haven't made up my mind yet, Ben. I'm only giving Morgan a chance to prove to me that your horse can run. You know, we've raced many a winner in our day.
Well, you gentlemen's gonna race another good winner. Yes, sir.
There's no reason, Mr. Wilkes, why Blue Knight shouldn't run the Palmanock Stakes for 3-year-olds.
Well, will a week give you time enough to train him?
We? That horse don't need no special training. I keeps her in apple shape.
Ben's right, Mr. Wilkes. Blue Knight's in A1 condition. And if it's agreeable with you, I'd like to have Ben stick around. He can help me a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Well, put him on the payroll.
Does he mean it?
I'll be down at the clubhouse when you find Jimmy Sullivan.
Okay, I'm going after him right now.
You know, a crack jockey like Jimmy Sullivan should be able to get the best out of Blue Knight. I'll see you later, son.
Yes. Bye, Dad. Gee, but what about Muggs?
That's just what I was thinking. Poor little fellow.
You understand, Jimmy, we want to see what this horse can do. And you'll be well paid for your trouble.
Okay, where is he?
Ben will get him ready for you.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I'll find Mr. Wilkes.
Ben probably thinks I'm lost.
You had a sleep coming to you.
I sure came to meet that new trainer Algie told me about.
Morgan's supposed to know everything there is to know about racing.
That beauty, huh?
Hey. Hey, what's cooking?
What's this monkey doing with Blue Knight?
Oh, I just gonna try him out. Mr. Morgan's orders.
He ain't riding this horse while I'm around.
Scram, smoke.
Say, Muggsy, Muggsy! Come on.
Get up! Stop it, Morgan! I'll kick you out of the line! I get a hold of him, I don't care!
Stop back. Come on, get him up from there.
Let's get out of here while we can.
Come on out of here.
Let's go.
Come on, fella, that's all right. Don't say nothing about this. You see, Mr. Muggs just a little hot-headed, but he ain't mean no harm. Ain't no real harm done, is it, huh? Here he comes.
This is Jimmy Sullivan, Mr. Wilkes. To my mind, one of the finest jockeys in the country.
Well, that's good enough for me.
All right, Jimmy. Let's get started. 6 furlongs.
Yes.
Hand ride him and talk to him. She's sweet. Go on, honey. That's the girl.
We should have waited for Morgan. If he'd explained it to you, well, you could...
What good would that have done? Sullivan would have been riding Blue Knight if we waited, and I'm the only one that's going to do that.
Don't be too sure. If Mr. Wilkes finds out that you smacked Sullivan, he might not like it. If he puts up the cash for Blue Knight, he's got to say so.
Yeah. Yeah, I never thought of that. But if I don't ride that horse, Danny, so help me, nobody's going to ride him.
Come on there, Blue Knight.
That's right,
Come on there, baby.
Let him loose now. Let him loose. That's it. Even.
Come on there, bro. Don't let him
Ride
go.
him,
Come
boy.
on there, baby. Got it.
What speed and what a stride. 112 breezing. I think we've got something here.
I knew we could do it, my honey child.
What is the record? 110 for 6 furlongs. Great work, Jimmy. We'll break a track record.
He's a great horse, Morgan.
Keep in touch with me. Mr. Wilkes will probably want you for the Palmanock Stakes.
Okay.
It'll break Mr. Muggs' heart complete if you don't let him run in the stakes.
But the boy is not a jockey, Ben.
Well, look what he learned in just a little while, Dad. And if Mr. Morgan will teach him,
Well,
why...
what's this all about?
They're trying to persuade me to let Muggs Maloney ride Blue Knight.
I don't advise that, Mr. Wilkes.
That's when I tell him if I'm going to back the horse, I want to be sure that he's properly handled.
Well, I don't want to make trouble, sir, but I take my 75% of the horse out to run it, and Mr. Muggs ain't up when the stakes are run.
That boy's not a rider, Ben.
Oh, he's a natural born one, sir. I beg your pardon, but if he can do that good with old Ben teaching him, he'll do 8 times better what you tell him what to do.
Please, Dad.
I don't know why I always let you talk me into everything, Algie, but, well, go find Muggs. I'll see him tomorrow.
Gee, thanks a lot, Dad. That's swell.
Yeah, he's the right man. Oh, yes, you can't go wrong.
I don't know why I ever give you tips on winners when the most you ever bet's a $2 bill.
You know how much I need the dough, Nick. I'll do you a favor sometime.
Yeah, you might have to some of these days. Oh, Morgan.
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Morgan. You know Blackie, don't you?
Yes, how are you?
Okay.
Say, I want to repay that money I owe you.
Your old lady must have taken the damper off you. First time I ever seen you having this stuff between races.
No, Mr. Wilkes gave me that for running Blue Knight around the track. That's what I want to talk to you about.
Yeah. I seen him around the other day. What can you tell me about him?
Plenty. Only,
That's all right. He's okay. Go ahead and talk.
I want to return the favor I owe you.
Let's have it.
You got your money on the wrong horse.
Don't make me laugh. Nick Buffalo don't lose when things are right. I bet horses, fella.
And I train him. I just clocked Blue Knight and close to a track record in a workout. Breezing.
What?
That's right.
And Wolves will have him up in the stakes, won't he?
I don't know. But even so, what you're thinking is out. When I train him to win. And my jockeys ride him to win. You ought to know that, Nick. Remember, I repaid you that favor.
Yeah, I know.
So long.
So long. And thanks.
You gonna double up on this Blue Knight?
You think I'm wacky? I don't know he's on the level.
Yeah, they all say they're on the level. He might be pulling a fast one.
Wacky, I'm going to give you a chance to pay me for all the things I've done for you. And get a little of that money you need at the same time.
Just say the word, Nick. What can I do?
I seen you gabbing with the guy around Blue Knight's barn. Who is he?
Oh, you mean Knuckles Dolan? Sure, we grew up in the same block together.
Good, then you can get to him.
Not a chance. He hit the sawdust trail when they put him in charge of that boys' club. I've offered him plenty of soft touches since then, but...
Stop stalling. You're talking to Nick Buffalo.
Nick, listen. I tell you can't touch the guy. I've tried.
You can get to anybody with enough in your hand. Besides, you got a week to soften him up.
Okay, Nick.
I don't care how you work it, but if a horse called Blue Knight wins that race, you're hot. Plenty hot.
Now you understand, Muggs. Absolute obedience to everything that Morgan tells you, or you won't be allowed within 500 feet of this stable or Blue Knight. Teach him everything you can, Morgan. It's too short a time to accomplish much, but if Blue Knight can win this race, well, Mrs. Wilkes may not be so disturbed if she finds out.
I won't let you down, Mr. Wilkes.
No, I'm sure you won't, Muggs. Well, I must be getting back to the office.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right, fellas, wait a minute. Just Mr. Morgan, a new trainer.
How do you do,
Hi.
boys?
Hey, can I run your horses for you?
Can you make the horse do setting-up exercises? You got him on one of them diets?
I seen a lion trainer once. Now beat it, boys. Muggs and I have got a lot of work to do.
Oh, boy.
He's gonna
run those
No, Muggs! Muggs, you'll ride easier if you put your foot in the stirrup this way. You know to sort of brace you. All right, start riding. No, wait a minute, Muggs! Down, Muggs. You took off there on a walk. Limber up. You can't ride a racehorse with a ramrod for a spine. No, that's better. Now remember, leading the gate, take a flying start. You've been getting away too slow, and that's not Blue Knight style. All right, get going.
Sit in there! That's it! Get down in that saddle! Come on! Come on, boy! Bring him in! Give him the rein! Go ahead, Muggs! Get your nerve in there! That's the boy!
Get up.
Go ahead! That's it! Atta boy, that's it! I know Mr. Morgan didn't want me here this morning. It's secret workout. But I had to see my honey run. Oh, my goodness. So ain't nobody see me around here on this end of the track, no how.
You rode as if you were a wooden Indian. Can't you follow my instructions? Can't you remember anything for 2 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know that. And I seen you ride, too. But why'd you slow up on the far turn? Looked like you was afraid to let him out or something.
Afraid? Who's afraid? Boy, I thought maybe Blue Knight might stumble and hurt herself. Yeah, that's it. He might have hurt himself.
Oh, was that it? Looked like you were scared to me.
Yeah, I'm getting fed up with that stuff. First it's Pee-wee and Scruno. How do you feel? How are you eating? You laying off the sweets. Then it's Mr. Wilkes. Well, maybe you ought to get another jockey. You know, you need a little more practice. You guys talk as though you thought I was yellow.
No, that ain't it, Muggs. We just thought that, well, maybe you was overdoing it.
Baloney. Guys up at Sing Sing got more freedom than I got. I haven't left this track in days. All I've been hearing is horses and seeing horses. No wonder I ain't eating hay and neighing.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you got too much horse.
Listen. I'm gonna ride Blue Knight in those stakes the day after tomorrow, get it?
Okay. That's the way you feel about it. I'll see Jakey tomorrow.
You mean you're still gonna bet on me?
Sure. Can you think of an easier way to lose money? Sleep okay, Muggs?
Are you gonna start that over again?
I'm not starting nothing. It's just, well, I've been thinking.
What about?
Well, maybe we'd have a better chance to clean up if Sullivan could ride and we...
Now it's you. First it's the gang, then it's Ben, and now it's you. Fine bunch of pals, all itching to dump me overboard. I got a notion to go...
Maloney, twice easy around the track.
Yes, sir.
I sure wish Muggs would give up the idea. He ain't never been scared of nothing.
But he is now, Danny.
Muggs ain't yellow.
I know it, but he's afraid. Afraid of that horse, afraid of speed.
Well, I'm scared of things, too. I mean, like being on a high place.
Everybody has some fear. Fear of snakes, fear of fires. Some people are afraid of losing their jobs or of growing old.
Then you mean there ain't no disgrace in being scared?
It's only disgraceful if you don't fight your fear. Muggs has been fighting, but he can't lick it. He's not a jockey, and he never will be. If he'd let Sullivan ride, Blue Knight would win the stakes hands down.
And if he don't?
With Muggs up, we haven't got a chance.
Thanks for the meal, Blackie. Boy, you must be in the chips the way you've been throwing it around the last week.
Ah, that's chicken feed. Say, pal, this ain't no peanut racket. Now that you're in, I'd like to show you the way around, for old time's sake.
You sure know the angles. You gave me 5 winners yesterday. You know, at this rate, I can get married before the meet's over.
Now you are talking peanuts. You listen to me, I'll have you buying furs and jewels. I ain't kidding. You can lay your hands on $5 grand by tomorrow night.
$5 grand? I ain't listening. That kind of dough couldn't be on the level.
We're sap, Knuckles. This is a cold proposition. There's not a chance of a slip-up.
I'm doing all right on peanuts. Now, if you can deal me out, Blackie, no matter what it is, you've been swell. And I'd sure like to have a hunk of that dough on Blue Knight tomorrow.
Blue Knight?
Well, yeah, why?
Why, that nag ain't got a chance.
What do you mean?
Well, come on in here. We can have a little privacy. And I'll tell you all about it.
Now get out of here.
Okay, wise guy. But I'm telling you something. That horse ain't gonna win.
Get out of here and don't let me catch you hanging around.
Okay, okay. I'm going.
Hey, Ben! Ben! Looks like we're gonna have trouble. You better get your truck ready and I'll round up the kids.
Yes, sir.
Ben, are you sure everything's all right?
Yes, sir. Everything's on schedule. There's a signal now.
This ain't gonna take long, and there's $100 in it for you. Wait a minute. Come on, get back in there. That guy must think I was born yesterday. You wait here and see which way they turn. I'll get Nick's car.
Well, you ain't gonna put him in a house?
Why, sure, Ben. They'll never know we're here.
The first time I ever put a horse in a house.
Don't be man. Don't be a find you there.
Never find us in here. Never find.
There you are, baby. We brought a lot of trouble to these good boys. But I sure ain't one of them wouldn't lay down his good-for-nothing life help us get where we're going.
Well, Ben, I think Blue Knight ought to be safe enough in this hideout. We'll get the other things.
I'm so tired I couldn't even carry a straw.
That's exactly what you're going to carry.
What?
Straw, lots of it. We've got to have something soft under those blankets if we're going to sleep on the floor.
But where we gonna find all that this time of night?
We're all gonna spread out in different directions and look for it.
You mean spread out individual? Alone?
Sure, why not?
You all get yourself some straw. I likes hard beds. It's dark out there, and besides, I can't see myself in the dark.
All right, Danny, you go with him. You other kids can spread out. Muggs, you and I'll try to get some water. Come on, kids.
I thought you were going to get some water with Mr. Knuckles.
Yeah, I am. But you got something in your mind. I want to hear it first.
All right, son. You think Blue Knight's a mighty fine horse, don't you? And ain't nothing in the world too good for him. Well, Mr. Wilkes got my 100 child the finest trainer in the land. I didn't give him nothing but the best of care. And I ain't no trainer, so I'm willing to let Mr. Morgan take over.
What are you driving at?
You got any doubts about bringing Blue Knight in the head of that field tomorrow? Why don't you let that Sullivan boy do the job?
So now it's you. First it's the whole gang, and now it's you! Why don't you hit me? Don't you stand there doing nothing. Beat me! I know. I ain't even worth that.
Poor little fella. Poor little fella.
Knuckles! Knuckles, where are you? Fire! Ben! 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 Ben, where are you? Ben! Ben! Ben, open! Ben! Come on, Ben! You're gonna get burned! Come on, Ben! Come on! Come on, Ben! Come on! Don't be afraid! Come on, Ben! Come on! Take it easy, Ben.
Where's my baby?
He's all right. Blue Knight's all right. Don't worry about him.
Ben, are you all right?
Is he all right?
Mom, where's he?
Right here beside you.
He saved your life, Ben. He pulled you out of that fire.
Did he? Poor little fella. Oh, poor little fella. Could I talk to him all by myself?
Yeah, but first of all, Ben, tell us what happened. Who did this?
The same fella we had trouble with a little while ago.
Blackie. He must have tailed us here. All right, Ben, we'll take care of him as soon as we get you to a hospital. Come on, kids, let's get the truck.
That horse is all Ben's got in the world. If he ain't raced, it'll break the old man, maybe kill him.
Quit it. You're breaking my heart.
Speaking of breaks, why don't you give everybody one? Ben, the horse, yourself. I'll give you my share of the winnings. I'll do anything.
Don't slam the door when you go out.
You ain't got no mount for the big race. I looked it up. You gotta have a mount. You might as well ride Blue Knight.
Not me. I still got bruises from the last time I tried to ride him.
Sorry about that, Jimmy. Honest, I am.
You ought to be.
I wish I was smart then like I am now. I didn't ever hit you. I didn't ever tried to be a jockey.
So now you got cold feet.
It ain't cold feet, Jimmy. I'm just not the guy to ride Blue Knight. I was afraid, but I ain't no more. I was wrong. I admit that, all wrong. I just was never meant to be no jockey.
You're telling me?
It ain't just me, Jimmy. It's lots of people, friends of mine. They'll be sunk if Blue Knight loses.
I said no. I meant it. Scram, small fry.
Danny's out looking for him now.
I can't understand it. Danny said he woke up this morning and Muggs had disappeared.
Oh, we'd have heard if anything had happened to him.
Well, that's not the point. We have, that is, I mean to say, there's money invested in this race.
Hey, Muggs! Ozzy, where are you? Hey, Muggs!
I looked every place but the weighing room. They wouldn't let me in there.
Why didn't you wait?
I wanted to see the start. They were almost ready. If Muggs is here, he'll show up at the post.
He must be here. Blue Knight hasn't been scratched yet.
Hey, look.
Attention, please. There's a late change of riders on number 4, Blue Knight. Make the rider Jimmy Sullivan replace a Muggs Maloney, no overweight.
That was swell of Muggs. I wonder where he is.
Well, I'd like to shake that boy's hand.
They're off.
Wait a minute, they're going.
Saxon is going to the front. Little King is second. Last Hope is third. As they pass the quarter, it's Saxon moving in the front by a length. Little King is second by a half. Last Hope is third. Blue Knight is fourth. As they go around the turn, it's Saxon by 2 lengths. Little King is second by a length. Last Hope is third. Blue Knight is fourth. Down the backstretch, it's Saxon a length. Little King.
Fight him, Sullivan.
Last Hope ahead.
Bring home that bankroll.
What bankroll? Knuckles Dolan, did you draw the rest of that money out of the bank?
That chicken feed's safe and sound, baby. Blackie Powell's throwing this party for me.
Around the far turn, Saxon by 2 lengths. Little King is second, and Blue Knight is third on the outside.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Blue Knight. Come on, boy. Oh, right, that 20's gaining. He's gaining.
Into the stretch,
Don't get excited. Jimmy's making his move. He's making his move. You're hitting the home
I
run.
feel it, boys. 7 days to 7 race. How can you lose?
It's Saxon by 2 lengths. Blue Knight moving up, and Little King third.
Oh, he's handwriting. He's going nice. Come on, Blue Knight. Come on, Jimmy.
To win, bring it in, Jimmy. Outside, it's 3 noses as they come down the line of finish. It's Saxon, Blue Knight, and Little King, Saxon, Blue Knight, Little King. They go over the line of finish. 3 noses on the wire. Hold your tickets. It's going to be a photograph finish.
Connie, why, my darling, you haven't called me Connie for years.
Never mind that. Did we win?
Well, you see, they take a picture and then they develop. And then it goes up on the tote board and you say photo finish.
Well, I ain't worried about nothing, you know. It had to be him. He was ahead.
Yeah.
He was. It takes a long time to develop them pictures, you know. We'll know in a couple of minutes now. They'll put up them numbers. It's got to be him. It couldn't be nobody else.
Blue Knight, number 4 is the winner.
We won. You hear that?
Well, Danny, huh?
I got to find the gang. I got to get him. I got to get him. I got to get him.
Don't worry about me. I can sit you all night now.
Oh, weren't they beautiful? Weren't they wonderful? Why don't you get a horse like Blue Knight?
I have part of one.
What?
Yes, Blue Knight.
Oh, Connie!
Come on, let's find Muggs.
Let's go.
Come on. Oh, that was swell.
yeah,
Let me swell, you know.
Hey,